How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Catching Cars. My name is Isaiah, and this right here is, of course, the key to our test vehicle today, which is a 2022 facelifted Volkswagen T-Roc. Of course, facelifted is not part of the name, but this is the facelifted model. It has the 2.0 TDI with 150 PS, front-wheel drive, and the DSG transmission. We're not going to be able to do an acceleration run, but I'm going to take you guys along a little POV, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think of the vehicle while driving. So let's just go ahead and get started. There is the Autobahn right here, but I think it goes slightly downhill. That's why we're not going to do the acceleration part in this video. However, we're going to hit the Autobahn and see if we can get in some top speed as well. So let's go ahead and go. Of course, we're going to turn off all the assistance systems because the lane keep assist is already ready to annoy me. Let's see if we can get the speed up on this. There we go. Nice. So it is raining. I don't prefer to do top speed, but we'll see how far we can go. I don't think we're going to be able to do top speed now anyway. We got cars in front of us, and yeah, the video would stretch way too long for that. But either way, so it tops out at around like 2. It's different. This car really varies. So sometimes I got it to around 210. Sometimes it would only do about 205. And slightly downhill, I was able to get it to like 223. So this 2.0 TDI, I had this engine in the Skoda Karoq as well, with 4-wheel drive. Here with the front-wheel drive, it feels much more potent. It feels a lot faster. It feels like it has about 10 to 20 horsepower more, to be honest with you. And also the way the T-Roc drives, this is the R-Line version, so I'm pretty sure they've done something to the suspension as well. It might be a bit lower, but it rides a lot sportier as well. You know, I'm not going to over-exaggerate now with these wet roads doing 160 on the Autobahn, but yeah, it drives a lot sportier. Going around curves and everything is a lot more fun in this T-Roc. I also really like the R-Line steering wheel we got here. It feels nice and sporty with the paddles and, you know, the bolster extensions here and here. Just really grippy steering wheel overall. It makes you want to dart in and out of traffic doing stuff like this. So it is a lot of fun, especially for a small little SUV. But the engine, while it still feels, or it feels better than it did in the Karoq, it's still not fast. It definitely doesn't feel fast, especially above 140, 150 kilometers an hour. It really does start to taper off. And also, this is still a little wannabe SUV, so it's really nothing that sporty. Now, I did like the T-Roc R. I've driven that one as well. So the real R version with like 300 PS, that thing is fun. But one thing I can also mention is that compared to the pre-facelift T-Roc, they've really done something with the interior quality. So it's definitely not perfect. It's still hard and cheap in a lot of areas. Volkswagen, what were you thinking about? All they thought about is cost cutting. But they have upgraded it a bit for the facelifted model. So this is soft touch. Yeah, this part of the dash, and then you have some leatherette right here, soft armrest. Like I said, this R-Line steering wheel is really nice. Nice armrest here as well. So material quality has gotten a lot better than it was in the pre-facelift model, but it's still not perfect. The sound system is the standard Volkswagen sound system. However, in here it does sound a bit better than most of the other standard Volkswagen sound systems I've heard. I'm not sure if they have different speakers in here or not, but it sounds decent. If you can, of course, always upgrade your sound system. But overall, this is a really nice driving vehicle, and I do prefer it over the Skoda Karoq that I had, even though the Skoda Karoq was more practical in some areas, and I did also like the 4-wheel drive capabilities that came with it. This is a nice driving vehicle, and overall I think it's definitely worth maybe getting the facelift versus the pre-facelift. However, the pre-facelift of course will be a lot cheaper, but they have done some upgrades. Like I said, this is the R-Line version, so I have a lot of equipment in this as well. But yeah, it drives really nice. One thing that really annoyed me in this was the lane keep assist that I turned off earlier. It was very sensitive, and I just, man, I get a headache, you know, getting into these cars and turning off these assistance systems all the time, every single time you start up a vehicle. It's really a pain in the butt. And also these touch buttons on the steering wheel, it's like not a real button, but it's like it gives you like a haptic feedback kind of, but it's not like a real button. And then you have like these slider controls to switch your music on and off, or switch your music and turn the radio up and down, but you can also push it, and it's very weird. Just give us regular buttons. This looks cool. Yeah, it looks great when it's clean, but just give us regular buttons. You know, it's makes no sense to me. I do like the old or smaller nav system with the scroll wheel. This is so much better. If I'm looking for something, I'm like on maps, I'm like zoomed really far in because I'm trying to see what exit I'm taking, and then I just want to see where I am on the map just because I'm curious like that. I zoom out and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm here. You know, I'm close to Frankfurt, close to Wiesbaden in Germany. So that is nice. You know, that is really nice. I like the scroll wheel. Give us the scroll wheel back. Also, this little touch slider thingy for the climate controls, it is a lot better than it is in the Mark 8 Golf, but it's still not perfect, but it does work. Climate knobs would be better, but this is decent. That's okay. Also, everything is logically laid out except for traction control. How do I turn off traction control? There should just be a button here or somewhere or here, you know, but there's no button. So you go into the menu, you go to car, then you go to settings, then you go to ESC systems, and then you can turn off the traction control. Now, I'm not sure how many people are really going to turn off traction control. I'm sorry, I have a problem with that word today. I'm not sure how many people are going to turn off traction control in their T-Roc, but you know, for drivers, give us the option and make it easy for us. This is a distraction. But yeah, overall, I can still recommend this vehicle. It's not on my buy list, but it does drive quite nice. I wasn't expecting it to drive this nice and handle this well. It gives you a bit of that sporty feel with the R-Line package. So go ahead and test drive one, or feel free to test drive one. I can definitely recommend it. And let me know in the comments below, do you prefer the Skoda Karoq or would you prefer this T-Roc? Yeah, leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.